Hey, I'm Greg Larnerd from ESPN 105.1 The Zone. We're here at UTC and we're doing a little off the diamond segment. Let's meet some of the softball players. All right, we're here with Emily Coltharp, junior for the mock softball program. Emily, thanks for being here. First and foremost, you're a second baseman shortstop. What is your favorite thing about playing here at UTC?
Oh gosh, I would definitely just say the atmosphere. All of us girls on the team are very close. We all love each other very much, and it's just fun every day that we come here.
Why did you choose UTC? Why did you choose to come here?
I would say I was kind of on the fence about it before, just like deciding what I wanted to do. And then as soon as I stepped on campus here, I automatically just felt like home. It felt like this is where I belonged. So that was a big sign for me. And I just loved everything about the city. I've never actually been to Chattanooga before I came on my visit. So I was like shell shocked because it was so like small, but it was big at the same time. Because I'm from like around Atlanta, so I'm used to a big city. So I was like, oh, like this is nice. So I really loved Chattanooga, so that was a big reason too.
That's awesome. And you would never, because I heard Chattanooga's a big softball hotbed, and you being in Atlanta, I'm surprised you had never come up and played here before.
So I went to like the big tournaments in Chattanooga, but I never really had time to come to like downtown Chattanooga and see the university and all that. So it was always around Chattanooga, but never downtown. You know what I mean?
So you said you'd never heard of Chattanooga, but now...
Oh, yeah, I've heard of Chattanooga. I heard of it, but I never actually came for like just to enjoy it instead of like softball.
God, I'm just giving you a hard time. All right, so you're second baseman shortstop. You came in as a shortstop, but now this year you're playing a little bit more second base. Which I got to know, which do you prefer? Which do you like better, shortstop or second base? And you can be honest with me. Coach isn't listening.
Okay, actually, before I would play, I'd always say shortstop because I kind of did that in travel ball too. I would play shortstop and second, but honestly, it's hard to say it, but I think I enjoy second base more.
Really? Okay, well, what about second base do you enjoy more than shortstop?
Probably the throw, honestly. Like, I love shortstop, but having that shorter throw to first base is just so much better.
And you're getting older now, so the arm is like not as strong as it was.
I am. I'm getting older, so the more and more I throw, the more and more my shoulder feels like it's gonna fall off. So now that I have a shorter throw, it's so much better.
Okay. Other than the shorter throw from shortstop to second base, what are some of the differences between playing second base and shortstop, or are there not many differences?
There's not a ton of differences. I would say what was a big change for me was just how I approached attacking the ball, because at shortstop more likely you have to charge the ball more, and at second base you can kind of let it because you have more time. So that was a big difference for me. But other than that, I mean, I've played second base before, so I knew what I was doing. So that was really the biggest change for me.
Emily's got the greatest combo for a softball player as well. She's a lefty hitter and a righty thrower, so she can play all over the place, and she hits from the left side, has a sweet swing. So let's see that swing now. Not the literal swing, but let's see the stance and what it looks like.
Yeah, so if I'm hitting, I usually start with a more open stance, but I slap a lot more, so I usually just about right here.
Okay, so you start a little bit open.
A little bit.
Why the open? Were you always open, or is that something that you've kind of developed and picked up?
It was kind of something that I developed and picked up as I went from righty to left when I was really young. I struggled slapping at first, so one way that I kind of got over that was opening up my stance a little bit more. It kind of just gave me more room to walk through my slap routine, so it kind of just made it easier for me. So ever since I did that, I just stuck with it.
So are you always a slap hitter, solely a slap hitter? Because I heard you talking about hitting a home run in practice, so do you get a chance to muscle up every once in a while?
I'm trying to get more chances hitting away because I want to hit a home run eventually. It's going to happen, but I slap more than I hit. But we're going to see some changes this year.
Okay, she's very confident that Coach is going to let her hit. So, Coach, if you're listening and watching this, let the girl swing away a little bit, just a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit, because you are a strong slapper, I imagine.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your mindset. First and foremost, before you step into the batter's box, what's your mindset when you're on deck watching the pitcher, kind of getting ready to hit? Do you have a specific routine or something you tell yourself or watch for when you're on the on-deck circle?
Honestly, I'm just watching it where she's throwing the ball, because whenever they're positioning it, inside, outside, that's a big thing for me, because a lot of girls on me, I tend to hit to the left side of the field, so they always throw me outside. So that's something that I'm looking at. Another thing that's going through my head is just to keep it simple, because sometimes I tend to overthink things and it just gets in my head. So I'm up there and I'm just thinking, just look at the ball, watch it hit the bat, keep it simple, stay in there, and do what I know how to do.
Keep it simple, stupid is the best advice I think you can give anybody. So let's talk about when you get into the batter's box. What's your mindset? What are you thinking about? I know there's different situations with girls on base, not on base, but when you get in the batter's box, what's your mindset?
I mean, it kind of honestly goes back to keeping it simple. Really, I go up there and I don't take my eyes off the ball. That's one thing that has really helped me. Just not getting too intimidated by the whole scenario. Just going up there, seeing the ball, hitting the ball, and doing what you know how to do, really. Because I think that's one big thing is whenever I'm in my head, that's whenever I start to get all nervous. But it's just going up there and doing what I've done for 15 years.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. I mean, softball and baseball were some of the hardest things because you're trying to hit a round ball with a round bat, and that's not an easy concept. And you guys have a skinnier bat than a baseball bat, so that's difficult.
It is difficult, but there's nothing better than getting a good hit and all your hard work paying off, so it's fun.
Yes, it is definitely fun. So when you're in the lineup, you're generally I saw the leadoff hitter a lot of the times. Do you enjoy hitting leadoff? And what is your, I guess, I don't want to say mindset again, but is it a different mentality when you're the leadoff hitter from anywhere else that you hit in the lineup?
Yeah, I really enjoy hitting leadoff because it's kind of like you have the power to start the team off in a good way. So I really enjoy going up there and just hopefully getting on base, getting us in a positive direction. I wouldn't have it any other way. I love leadoff.
Are you superstitious at all? Do you have a pregame routine other than the hacky sack that we heard and things like that?
Yeah, so I'm actually pretty superstitious. I always have to have my hair the same exact way. Like, you will never see me with another hairstyle. I always put on my socks the same way, same foot. It has to be left to right.
I'm the same way. You got to go left to right. That's the way I read. That's the way things happen.
You have to put on your socks before your pants, because if you do pants then socks, you're just weird. And then I can't step on the line. Of course, that's like softball, baseball, like holy grail, you can't do that. But there's more, but like it's little things that I do. Like I put my batting gloves on the same way every time, my Evo shield, helmet. It's just little things. I don't know why I'm like that, but yeah, I'm pretty superstitious.
That's like, I think it's like you said, baseball, softball, that's kind of lends it to be superstitious. So when you're playing softball and you've played softball your entire life, I presume, is there somebody that when you think back about your softball career that's like, man, that person was really influential into me getting to where I'm at right now?
Yeah, honestly, my dad was the one who introduced me to the game. You know, one day he was like, let's just go try out softball. Let's see how it goes. So we went over there, and I honestly just fell in love with it as soon as I stepped on the field. So honestly, he's probably very influential when it comes to my softball career. He's always supported me. He's always, when I've had a bad game, he's nothing but positive. So he's definitely the most influential person.
Is there a time that you can think back in your softball career, maybe that when you faced some adversity and you had to kind of work through it and get through it?
Yeah, so actually whenever I was switching from right-handed to left-handed, that was one of the hardest things for me. I remember I was honestly just not good. Like, I just could not touch the ball. That was something that was completely different. And I remember sitting on my kitchen counter with my dad, and he was like, Emily, like, if you want to quit, you can do it, but I think you can do it. Like, I believe in you. And I was sitting there crying, like, I can't do it. I'm so bad. But he was the one that talked me into just sticking with it and to just keep working hard at it, and it got me to where I am now. So.
So how old were you when you made that switch? Because that's not an easy switch to make, from going from the right-handed side to the left side.
I was in 7th grade, so yeah. So I don't even know how old you are in 7th grade. What is that, like 11, 10?
You're asking me to do too much math. I think it's probably 12, 13, something like that.
I was around that age, so yeah, I was in 7th. It was the summer after my 7th grade year, going into 8th grade. So it was hard, but it was worth it.
Was there any thought to becoming maybe a switch hitter, or was it always just, hey, I'm going to hit from the left side?
It was, honestly, I was always getting told, you need to go to the left side, you're fast, you need to slap. So it was really just me going to slap, like strictly. Yeah. And I never thought, once I switched, I never went back to right-handed. They didn't let me go back and try out right-handed again. They always put me there, and they always gave me opportunities. So that was really big. It was actually getting the chance to fail at it that actually helped me get better at it.
Yeah, and softball is a game of failure, so you got to just kind of push through that, work through that. Now, do you goof around at all, and when you're in the cage, go hit right-handed?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes if I'm just like, let's see if I still got it on the right side, I'll try it, but no. I don't.
You don't have it?
I don't have it anymore, not the right side.
All right, so what's when you're looking back in your softball career, what's some of maybe one or two of your favorite softball memories that you can think of?
Oh, Oh gosh.
I know there's probably a lot of them.
so
There's too many, but just pick
Nothing-
one or two out maybe in your
Yeah.
college career that kind of stands out to you.
Nothing will ever beat winning the championship freshman year. I mean, that was just such a good feeling because we worked so hard for it all year, and all of us were just so close, and to finally reach that when that's what we were wanting, it was just like a fulfilling experience. And then, oh my gosh, on top of that,
That was a good one. I mean,
Oh,
you don't have to.
really?
Yeah, you could just stop on that. That's good.
nothing beats that.
That's hard to top a championship,
No, nothing beats
for
that.
sure. And you guys were in a regional, correct? Was
Yes.
that the Oxford regional?
Ole Miss. That
Very
was
nice,
Ole Miss.
very nice. Actually, the school that I used to cover, Raging Cajuns, were in that regional as well, and I didn't even know that. They are a very good softball program. Let's talk about after softball. Do you have any? What are your Obviously, you have aspirations after softball. What are your aspirations for after softball?
Well, I'm a human resource management major, so I'm trying to pursue a career in human resources. Really, I'm just seeing where that's going to take me. Really, all I want to do is make an impact on people's lives as much as I can. So that's kind of where I'm focusing right now, seeing where it's going to take me, yeah.
Very nice, very nice. That's great. Now, in terms of Coach Reed, if you had to describe him in one word, what would it be?
Oh, gosh. I would say he's definitely experienced. He's got a big name in the softball world, so he knows what he's doing.
That's a nice way, folks, to call him old. So yeah, go ahead.
No, okay, that's part of it, but like he's very known.
I'm
in the
just kidding,
softball
Coach.
world. No, he's very experienced. He knows what he's talking about.
Yes. All right. So now, kids-wise, just to finish this up, if you were talking to a group of softball players right now, and you could give them just one piece of advice, you've had some time to think about this. You should have something in the top of your mind. What would you tell a group of softball players right now?
Most importantly, have fun. It is a game. It's a lot of pressure, but have fun. Enjoy it while it lasts. Don't get too caught up in your head. Just go out there and play the game. Have fun.
Hey, that's it. Just have fun, play the game, and enjoy the ride. Emily Coltharp here with us of UTC softball. Appreciate the time, ma'am. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.